Welcome to Mr. Mo's channel, where we delve deep into history, exploring fascinating landmarks and events from the past that have shaped the world we live in today. In this video, we're focusing on the legendary 7 wonders of the ancient world. These incredible structures represent some of the greatest architectural and artistic achievements ever known to humankind, showcasing the ingenuity, creativity, and ambition of ancient civilizations. Join us as we take you on an unforgettable journey through these wonders, uncovering their stories, mysteries, and the people behind them. 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the most iconic of the 7 wonders and holds the distinction of being the only one that still stands in the modern world. Built around 2580 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops, it was originally 481 feet tall, though erosion has caused it to lose some height over the millennia. This pyramid was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years, and it remains a symbol of the ancient Egyptians' remarkable engineering and organizational skills. Constructed with over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing several tons, the Great Pyramid's precise construction remains a subject of fascination and debate. How were the Egyptians able to transport such massive stones and position them so precisely, especially given that they had no advanced machinery? Some theories suggest ramps, while others propose the use of counterweights or even extraterrestrial involvement. What's particularly captivating is the alignment of the pyramid with the stars. Its sides are aligned with remarkable precision to the 4 cardinal directions, and its internal passages are oriented to the stars. The pyramid was originally covered in smooth, white limestone casing stones, which reflected the sunlight, making it shine like a beacon. Sadly, most of the casing stones have been removed over time, but the Great Pyramid still stands as a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians. In addition to its architectural achievements, the pyramid also held religious significance. It was believed to be a tomb for the pharaoh, a place where he could ascend to the afterlife. The interior of the pyramid is a labyrinth of corridors and chambers, including the king's chamber, where the sarcophagus of Khufu was originally placed. Many theories about hidden chambers and treasure within the pyramid have fueled the imaginations of explorers and archaeologists for centuries. And though no treasures have been found, the pyramid continues to be one of the most studied structures in the world. Despite the many years of exploration and study, the exact methods used to construct the Great Pyramid remain a mystery, but its grandeur and precision are irrefutable evidence of the ancient Egyptians' mastery of architecture and mathematics. It remains a symbol not only of Egypt's power, but also of humanity's ability to achieve the impossible. As we look up at this monumental structure today, it's hard to ignore the sense of awe it inspires, standing as a beacon of ancient wisdom that has survived the test of time. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the most enigmatic wonders of the ancient world, are thought to have been located in the city of Babylon, near present-day Baghdad in Iraq. According to ancient texts, the gardens were built by King Nebuchadnezzar II around 600 BC for his wife, Amytis of Media, who longed for the green hills and valleys of her homeland. Nebuchadnezzar, wishing to please his queen, allegedly created an extraordinary garden filled with lush trees, plants, and flowers that seemed to hang in mid-air. The gardens were said to have been constructed in terraces, with each level supported by a complex system of irrigation and water channels. The descriptions of the gardens are poetic and awe-inspiring, with many ancient writers, including Strabo and Philo of Byzantium, detailing how the gardens were built to rise above the city's walls. Some accounts claim that the gardens were so vast they could be seen from miles away, with trees towering high above the surrounding buildings. The plants were believed to be watered by a sophisticated irrigation system that used pumps and channels to bring water from the Euphrates River to the gardens, a remarkable feat for the time. However, there's a major problem with these descriptions. No definitive archaeological evidence has been found to confirm the existence of the gardens. While ancient texts and depictions suggest they were real, no ruins of the gardens have ever been uncovered in Babylon. Some scholars believe that the gardens were either exaggerated over time or may have been located elsewhere. Another theory posits that the gardens were not actually hanging, but rather terraced gardens built on a series of raised platforms that gave the illusion of floating above the ground. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the gardens' existence, they have captured the imaginations of people for centuries. The concept of an oasis of beauty and tranquility in the middle of a harsh desert landscape continues to inspire artistic interpretations and has become an enduring symbol of the ancient world's grandeur and the lengths rulers would go to in order to satisfy the desires of their loved ones. The mystery of the Hanging Gardens has left an indelible mark on history, and while we may never know the full truth of their existence, their story continues to resonate through the ages as one of the most enchanting legends of the ancient world. 3. The statue of Zeus at Olympia. The statue of Zeus, located in the Temple of Zeus at Olympia, Greece, was one of the most awe-inspiring creations of the ancient world. Crafted by the famed sculptor Phidias around 435 BC, the statue depicted the king of the gods, Zeus, seated on a magnificent throne. Standing at an astonishing height of over 40 feet, the statue was made of ivory and gold-plated bronze, making it not only an architectural wonder, but also a masterpiece of Greek artistry. Zeus was portrayed as a regal figure, holding a figure of Nike, the goddess of victory, in his right hand, while his left hand rested on his scepter. The sheer size and grandeur of the statue were designed to convey the power and majesty of the Greek god. The throne was adorned with intricate carvings of mythical creatures, and the statue itself was set against a backdrop of gleaming gold, making it one of the most impressive sights of the ancient world. What made this statue particularly remarkable was the skill involved in its construction. Phidias was renowned for his ability to work with large-scale sculptures, and the statue of Zeus was one of his crowning achievements. The materials used were not only precious, but also symbolized the divine nature of the gods. The ivory was meant to represent the god's pure, unblemished nature, while the gold was a symbol of his divine power. Unfortunately, the statue of Zeus no longer exists. It was destroyed in the 5th century AD, and the exact circumstances of its demise remain unclear. Some believe that it was taken to Constantinople and later destroyed in a fire, while others suggest it may have been lost to time or destroyed during religious upheavals. Despite its loss, the statue of Zeus remains an enduring symbol of ancient Greek culture, and its legacy continues to influence the way we think about gods, art, and the power of religious symbolism. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus was one of the largest and most beautiful temples ever built in the ancient world. Located in the city of Ephesus, modern-day Turkey, it was dedicated to Artemis, the Greek goddess of hunting, the moon, and fertility. The temple was originally constructed around 550 BC during the reign of King Croesus of Lydia, and it was later rebuilt after being destroyed by a fire in 356 BC. The second version of the temple, which is considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, was much larger and grander than the first, measuring 425 feet long and 220 feet wide. The temple's most remarkable feature was its sheer scale and the beauty of its design. It was built using marble, and its roof was supported by 127 massive marble pillars, each one over 60 feet tall. The intricate carvings on the columns and the temple's frieze depicted scenes from Greek mythology, showing the skill of the architects and artisans who worked on the project. The Temple of Artemis was not only a place of worship, but also a cultural and political center. It housed treasures, sculptures, and artworks, and it was considered one of the most important religious sites in the ancient world. Pilgrims from across the Mediterranean, traveled to Ephesus to worship Artemis, and the temple's grandeur made it a symbol of both divine power and human achievement. The temple was destroyed once again in the 5th century AD, and much of the material was repurposed for other buildings. Today, the remains of the temple are a mere shadow of its former glory, but the legacy of Artemis Temple endures as a symbol of the ambition and devotion of the people of Ephesus. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus was an immense and ornate tomb built for Mausolus, a satrap, governor of the Persian Empire, and his wife Artemisia in what is now Bodrum, Turkey. Completed around 350 BC, this architectural marvel stood at approximately 135 feet tall, making it one of the tallest structures of its time. The tomb was constructed from marble and decorated with intricate sculptures and reliefs that depicted Greek mythological scenes, battles, and ceremonial rituals. Renowned Greek sculptors, including Scopas, Leochares, and Timotheus, contributed to its creation, each bringing their unique artistic style. The mausoleum was both a tribute to Mausolus and a symbol of Artemisia's love for her husband. Following his death, Artemisia is said to have been so grief-stricken that she mixed his ashes with her drink as a form of communion. She then ordered the construction of this magnificent tomb as a monument to his memory. The mausoleum was designed in a blend of Greek, Egyptian, and Lycian architectural styles, symbolizing the multicultural influences in Halicarnassus at the time. Although the mausoleum withstood the elements for over 1,600 years, it was eventually damaged by a series of earthquakes and dismantled by crusaders in the early 15th century. Today, only fragments remain, but the legacy of the mausoleum endures. In fact, the term mausoleum has become synonymous with grand tombs. The memory of this wonder remains alive through historical records, paintings, and reconstructions, offering us a glimpse into the elegance and sophistication of ancient burial practices. The mausoleum at Halicarnassus remains a symbol of enduring love, artistry, and the cultural richness of the ancient world. Its influence on architectural styles and its romantic backstory continue to fascinate both historians and travelers who visit its ruins today. 6. The Colossus of Rhodes. The Colossus of Rhodes was a massive statue that stood at the entrance of the harbor on the Greek island of Rhodes. Erected in 280 BC, this towering bronze statue represented the sun god Helios and was constructed to celebrate Rhodes's victory over the ruler of Cyprus. The Colossus was said to have stood about 108 feet tall, making it one of the tallest statues of the ancient world, rivaling even the modern-day Statue of Liberty in height. Created by the sculptor Chares of Lindos, the Colossus took 12 years to complete. It was crafted using bronze plates over an iron framework, and it was so large that legend claims ships could pass between its legs, although historians believe this may be an exaggeration. What's clear is that the Colossus was a monumental symbol of resilience, pride, and the people's gratitude to Helios for their victory. Tragically, the Colossus stood for only 54 years before it was destroyed by an earthquake in 226 BC. The statue broke at the knees and fell onto the land, where its remains stayed for centuries. According to historical accounts, even in its broken state, the Colossus was still an impressive sight, and many travelers journeyed to Rhodes just to see it. Eventually, in 654 AD, the remains were sold to a merchant, and no physical remnants exist today. The Colossus of Rhodes remains an enduring symbol of unity and victory, and its legendary image has continued to inspire artists, architects, and writers for centuries. The statue's grandeur and the tale of its downfall have turned it into a powerful reminder of both human ingenuity and the impermanence of even the grandest creations. 7. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, Pharos of Alexandria. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, also known as the Pharos of Alexandria, was an engineering marvel built on the small island of Pharos in the harbor of Alexandria, Egypt. Constructed between 280 and 247 BC during the reign of Ptolemy II, it stood approximately 330 feet tall, making it one of the tallest structures in the ancient world. The lighthouse was designed to guide sailors safely into Alexandria's busy harbor, but it quickly became an iconic symbol of the city and a representation of technological and architectural advancement. The structure was composed of 3 tiers: a square base, an octagonal midsection, and a circular tower at the top, where a massive flame burned day and night. Its light was visible from miles away, and during the day, sunlight was reflected off polished bronze mirrors, providing an early example of how science and engineering were used to improve maritime navigation. The Pharos was not only practical, but also aesthetically stunning, with intricate carvings and an elegant design that made it a source of pride for Alexandria's citizens. Over the centuries, the Lighthouse of Alexandria suffered damage from several earthquakes. Despite attempts to repair it, the structure was ultimately destroyed by 3 major earthquakes between 956 and 1323 AD, leaving only ruins behind. Today, archaeologists have found remnants of the lighthouse underwater, close to Alexandria's harbor, and it remains a fascinating subject of study for its innovative design and historical significance. The legacy of the Lighthouse of Alexandria has endured, and its influence is visible in lighthouses around the world. It has become a symbol of guidance, protection, and enlightenment, serving as an inspiration for engineers and architects throughout history. The Pharos reminds us of the brilliant achievements of the ancient world, blending practicality with beauty, and it continues to shine in the annals of history as one of humanity's most inspiring creations. 8. The Statue of Zeus at Olympia. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was a magnificent sculpture created by the renowned Greek sculptor Phidias around 435 BC. Standing nearly 40 feet tall, this immense statue depicted Zeus, the king of the gods, seated on a throne of cedar wood, adorned with gold, ivory, and precious stones. Located within the Temple of Zeus in Olympia, Greece, the statue was crafted to honor the god worshipped by athletes and visitors attending the ancient Olympic Games. Phidias's artistic mastery was evident in the statue's intricate details, from Zeus's calm yet powerful expression to the rich carvings on his throne. His robe and scepter were lavishly decorated with symbols representing divine power and authority. Phidias also included personal touches like the small figure of Nike, the goddess of victory, held in Zeus's right hand, symbolizing triumph and divine favor. Despite its grandeur, the statue faced challenges as it aged. The Temple of Zeus suffered from decay and eventual destruction, and by the 5th century AD, the statue was lost. Some accounts suggest it was taken to Constantinople, where it was eventually destroyed in a fire. Today, the legacy of the statue of Zeus lives on through written descriptions and artistic interpretations, capturing the reverence the Greeks held for their gods and the impressive artistry of Phidias. 9. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. The Temple of Artemis, also known as the Artemision, was an architectural marvel located in Ephesus, present-day Turkey. Built to honor Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and fertility, the temple was one of the largest and most magnificent structures of the ancient world, spanning over 377 feet in length. This grand temple was constructed around 550 BC and was renowned for its impressive columns, intricate carvings, and ornate sculptures depicting mythological scenes. The temple became a vital center of worship and attracted pilgrims from far and wide. Its wealth and splendor made it not only a religious site, but also a significant cultural and economic center. The temple's glory was temporarily dimmed when it was destroyed by an arsonist named Herostratus in 356 BC, who set it ablaze to gain notoriety. Alexander the Great later offered to fund its reconstruction, and the temple was eventually rebuilt, only to face destruction once again by the Goths in 262 AD. Today, only a single column remains standing at the temple site, a haunting reminder of its former magnificence. Excavations have revealed artifacts and sculptures that hint at the grandeur of this once wonderful temple, underscoring its status as one of the seven wonders of the ancient world and a testament to the artistic and architectural achievements of the Greeks. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus was an extraordinary tomb built for Mausolus, the Persian satrap of Caria, and his wife Artemisia II around 350 BC in what is now Bodrum, Turkey. Designed by prominent Greek architects Satyros and Pythias, the structure stood approximately 148 feet tall and combined Greek, Egyptian, and Lycian architectural influences, making it a unique blend of styles. The mausoleum's impressive height and elaborate decorations earned it recognition as one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. The tomb was adorned with intricate sculptures depicting warriors, chariots, and mythological figures, crafted by some of the era's most talented sculptors. Atop the mausoleum stood a grand statue of Mausolus and Artemisia in a chariot, symbolizing their power and legacy. Artemisia, who deeply mourned her husband's passing, ordered the construction of this magnificent tomb to honor him. The mausoleum at Halicarnassus faced gradual destruction due to earthquakes and was later dismantled by the Knights of St. John in the 15th century to build a fortress. However, parts of the mausoleum and sculptures remain, with some artifacts displayed in the British Museum, allowing us a glimpse into the architectural innovation and artistic mastery of this ancient wonder. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the wonders of the ancient world. Each of these marvels reminds us of the extraordinary achievements and mysteries left by history. If you enjoyed exploring these ancient wonders, you won't want to miss Part 2, where we'll dive even deeper into the stories and secrets of lost civilizations, breathtaking monuments, and the legacies that still shape our world today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to uncover more fascinating wonders. Stay curious, and we'll see you in Part 2.